Hey, are you thinking about starting a permanent jewelry business and you're just, doing your research, you're not sure which machine to buy? We're going to go over what machines we see working the best and the pros and cons of each because they're not all made equal and what mistakes you need to avoid as you launch your permanent jewelry business. And so I'm Jake Randolph, the owner of Linked Permanent Jewelry Training. We've helped over 3,000 entrepreneurs and new business owners start a permanent jewelry business. And I'm joined with Adel Cruz. She's our head trainer here at Linked. Welcome,
Hi,
Adele.
Hi, Jake. Thank you for having me.
All right, so let's go over the machines. We've got 4 here, and I know there's a lot of machines out there on Facebook groups, and there's even some cheaper ones on different sites and stuff. We're going to go over the ones we recommend because if it's not on here, we probably don't recommend it. And if you want to see a current list of what we're offering on our website as far as machines go, you can click the link below. But let's start off just in no particular order. I'll just start off on this side. So we've got the Pepe Tools Helix. And so, Adele, what are your thoughts on the Helix?
I love the Helix because it's so compact. It's everything you need for welding.
Mm-hmm.
You want to start your business, it has everything you need. There's no difference. The stylus has a 6-foot cord. The difference between this machine and any other is that the cord is actually attached to the machine. It does not come off. Mm-hmm. And everything is in the back. The port for the grounding clips or grounding pliers are in the back. Your power source is in the back. And it's just an on off and then you power up or down.
Right. Awesome. So yeah, and like we said, all the ones on here are ones that we recommend to our students. And so we're just going to show you the differences, but they're all great. And one motto that I would love to say, before we even get too deep in the video is the best machine to use is the one that's going to allow you to get started now. Because I see so many people, we do meetings and classes and so many people have been thinking about starting a business or getting started with permanent jewelry and they just wait because they're doing too much research. They're trying which machine do I buy? And so just get started with one of these, but let's dive into this one. So this is our Linked Lux machine.
Yes. And when I started back in 2022, I started with this one, mostly because it was the most economical. I was starting, I didn't have a clientele. I was starting, I didn't, I wanted to get my practice in. So this machine definitely got me to the level where I then upgraded. Mm-hmm. I actually upgraded this year, so that was a long time. This was my buddy. The difference with this machine, everything is plugged in the front. We have the grounding pliers or the clips, the gator clip in the front and your stylus. The stylus, I would say the downside is that it's 3 feet long. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty short. You gotta have it close to you while you're working. But other than that, it does great at welding. It does the job.
We've had over 1,000 students, join and be successful with this machine. And so it is our budget entry option. So it's the most affordable, it's the most accessible to get started if you're on a tight budget. But we've had so many people that, don't just think because it's more budget friendly that it's not as good. In fact, as far as reliability goes, we train people on all these machines here in Orlando, Florida, and we find that this one is just as reliable as, the Zapp Plus too.
Yes. No complaints. It does the weld. It does a great job. I did upgrade because of the size mostly. Mm-hmm. Obviously, it's more compact. It's light. It's easy to maneuver. This one comes with a 6-foot stylus, so it's nice and long, which is, a big difference between the Luxe. Yeah. And the grounding pliers can go in the front or in the back. It's also, you could do your argon connections in the back, everything, your power source. And the digital dial, which is pretty neat too.
And you mentioned argon. So if you don't know what argon is, it's just a gas that some people use. They'll hook it up. It comes in little tanks. Any of these machines will take argon. So you can use argon with any of these machines. We've asked a lot of our students. Some people use argon, and a lot of people don't. And so I don't think it's personally required. We've actually talked to welders who have come through our training, like professional welders, and they're like, yeah, we're not even going to use argon. So if you want to use it, you can use it with any of these machines.
For sure.
But it's not required. So, you talked about the Helix, and this is made by Pepe Tools, the Linked Lux, made by us, and then we've got our 2 Sunstone machines. Now, we have a great relationship with Sunstone. We're actually one of their top sellers. The CEO was here in our headquarters in Orlando, Florida recently, and so let's talk about their machines. They have a 3-year warranty, which is great. The 2 different ones that have come out this year are the Zapp Plus 2, which, as you see, it's very small and portable. It's got a 6-foot stylus, like you mentioned. And then, what is this one?
This one is the Impulse Orion. This is the Cadillac of the welders in the industry. This comes with also a 6-foot stylus cord, Everything kind of plugs up in the front. It's digital screen. There's a lot of things you could do with this digital screen. The settings are pretty, like if you're doing, gold, sterling silver, it has the settings set for you. So there's not a lot of thinking involved.
Right.
It does it for you. And it's also light and compact, and you could actually set it down, vertical or horizontal.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's pretty cool.
And so as far as weight goes, this one, we'll put the exact weights in the description below. I don't have them memorized, but this one's very light. This one's very light, maybe slightly heavier than the Helix. This one is a little bit heavier, but it's still perfectly and that's the good thing about any of these machines. It's very transportable. You can put them in a little bag. We sell Hulken bags that you can roll around. And so they're all very portable. How much would you say this one weighs?
Probably 3 pounds.
Yeah. So comparatively, I would say this one's probably twice as heavy as this one, but it's twice as big too. And so none of these are going to be too big to move around. You're going to be able to be portable either way. So as far as value goes, let's talk about different situations. If they're on a tight budget, what do you think they should start with?
Absolutely, definitely the Luxe. It's just a great starter welder. It does the job. It's all you need, really.
Right. Yeah, and what we see is a lot of people will start with the Luxe because it's more affordable, and then at a lot of permanent jewelry events, we see people making anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000 just at one event, and so you can quickly see like, okay, well maybe I need a second machine with the team member, or maybe I want to have. Do you think it's good to have a backup machine?
Absolutely. You never know. Not that it hasn't happened to me. It's not that common. But it's nice to have a backup, or if you have an assistant with you, you could handle as many customers as possible. So you get 2 machines. You could always upgrade to the Zapp or the Impulse, and then have 2 machines, twice the money,
Yeah,
ultimately.
because think about this situation. What if and any of these machines could have a malfunction. I mean, it's just the nature of having something mechanical. And so you're at an event, you have a long line of customers, and all of a sudden somebody knocks your machine off the table, or it stops working. Well, are you going to lose thousands of dollars from not being able to service those customers? If you have a backup machine, that wouldn't happen. So I highly recommend. So like I said, a lot of people start with this machine, and then as they start to get more success, maybe they upgrade to something like the Helix or the Zapp Plus 2. Or if you just want to go big, this one's probably twice as expensive as the Zapp Plus 2. But it depends what you want. You're going to get more features with this one. But this one's, they're all great. And so
they all weld jewelry at the end of the day. That's the way I look at it, is that they all do the job. So.
Yeah, and I'm glad you bring that up. So let's talk about performance. Now, we've surveyed lots of our students, people out there doing a lot of, you're a permanent jewelry artist. And so they all perform about the same, don't they, as far as quality?
Yes. There's, obviously you learn the gauges, what jewels you want it on, depending on what metals you're using. The light touch of this one may be a little different than this one. So obviously there's those differences, but ultimately it's just the art of permanent jewelry.
So the way I look at these machines is, all of these are reliable, and so these are a tool for you. And what's going to make or break your business is not, having one of these machines or having the Helix versus the Zapp Plus. That's not it. It's your customer service. It's your business skills. It's how you're marketing your business. It's what events you're getting into. And that's, what we provide to our students here at Linked Permanent Jewelry Training. We have all those resources, all that training, so that this is not just a hobby for you or a side hustle unless you want it to be, but this is a very profitable business, or it could be.
Absolutely. I definitely agree. Yeah.
Awesome. So if you guys have questions about machines, put in the chat, let us know. You can also visit, we'll put the description below, linkedpermanentjewelrytraining.com. We have training packages, whether you want to learn online, whether you want to come here in Orlando, Florida at our headquarters, and we do monthly in-person trainings. And so you can get some hands-on experience with any of these machines. And if you want to see our current pricing and our best recommendations, most up to date, just go to linkedpermanentjewelrytraining.com. Thank you. We'll see you in the next one.